Oh, oh crap! I didn't know the video has started. I didn't even see it coming. Intro. What's up, you beautiful bastards? Welcome to today's show. My name is Fealty Gaming, and it just doesn't seem right. Doesn't fit me. Um, hmm. Top of the morning to you, laddies. No, that one's not good either. Sup, bros? I'm Fealty Gaming. Nah, it just doesn't. It just doesn't seem right. What is gonna be the intro for this channel? What's it gonna be? I don't know. What's up, you fealty gamers, you? Welcome to this video. I'm going to be talking about how to slither in this episode because a lot of people have been asking. You can look at the comments in the different sections of the videos and everything, and people have wanted to see, how do I do this slither thingy that I do and get up into hundreds of thousands and points and everything. To start off with, I don't really know for sure. It's just something that I've kind of gotten used to doing over time and just somehow seems to work out. Maybe I get less lag than people. I also do mainly play on the PC and don't really play on the cell phone or tablets or other forms of playing that I do find out they have quite a lot of lag from playing on, my little cell phone here. But, let's get into the game, and we'll just start playing, and we'll talk about kind of what's going through my head when I'm playing the game, and where it goes from there. Sound good? Okay, let's do it! Now that we're in game, let's start off with the FG clan. I don't really know how the other clans were made or really anything behind them, other than a few things I've heard in the stream. But you know what? If you're the type of gamer that just likes to have fun in gaming and you've pledged your, fealty to gaming like I have, and you are now a fealty gamer, you've hit subscribe on this channel, you've hit follow on the Twitch, or any of the other things that are up there with fealty gaming on it, feel free to rock that logo. And you know what? Let's all make sure we don't kill our fellow fealty gaming people. I think that would be a cool idea. But you know what, let's start and let's talk about how I slither. So to start off with, I'm gonna throw it out there, I do have partial extensions running right now for the main, for the live stream. I have the extension, but I don't really use the extension. I open up the website the normal way, and it doesn't seem to load the whole extension for some reason. So you can see down here, I have the little stuff there at the bottom right down there. And it kind of shows, like, you can connect to an IP and everything, and that just allows me to play on the same server over and over again, so that when people are watching a live stream and I'm slithering, we're all slithering, we can kind of all play together and stay on the same server, so that if I do die and, people want to keep on playing, if they're doing good on the server, they don't have suicide follow to the next server to continue playing with people. So, that out of the way, let's get into game. So when the game starts, initially, quite often I get a little bit of lag. Yeah, there's a little bit of the jumpiness, but this server's actually not that bad. Okay, so what I'm going to look at here is I'm looking at the top 10. That's the first thing I'm looking at. Alright, what do we got in the top 10? Is this a server where it goes from like 20,000 and then boom right down to like 900 or something? No, this server is pretty populated. We've got 338 people playing on the server right now. I know you can't see that number down there, but I kind of expanded the screen to make it fit better and look kind of cooler. But, so looking at that top 10, you got 28,000, 25,000, 21,000, 17,000, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Wow, it kind of goes down, like, pretty, like, smoothly there. Now, what I'm going to be thinking here is, alright, since I'm the type of player that I like to do the circle method, and I don't mean circling people to kill them, I mean circling to circle to survive, because the larger you get, the easier it is for the smaller slithers to kind of kill you and kind of get in your way, because you can't turn as fast. So what I'll be thinking is, alright, what size do I want to get to before I'm going to want to kind of lock in that circle? So looking at these numbers, it's going to be around 14, 15,000. So I know now I need to get to like 14, 15,000. So what I first do is I'm going to head towards the middle. And when I travel, quite often you'll see even on the live stream, when I travel, I try and travel in diagonals, because you have the longest view distance in that range there. You know, if you're going straight north and south, you're going to have the shortest distance of viewing area and the shortest time to be able to respond to what's happening. So whenever I'm traveling and doing everything, even on a live stream, you'll see I quite often, this is the way I travel. So I'm a peaceful player. I kind of don't really go around for the kills. You do see I am, like, people are going into my wall and they're dying here left and right. I'm not really trying to, like, go search out somebody to wrap them up and kill them, because I want everyone to enjoy the game, but at the same time, if that's how you like to play, that's how you like to play. Enjoy the game. Just play the game, enjoy the game, you know, and we gotta accept each other. If you're a rapper, I need to accept you as a player, and if I'm a circler, you need to accept me as a player, and we all gotta figure out how to play together and, you know, and battle each other. I mean, there is some type of honor and peacefulness in the battle in and of itself. This is an MMO. This is, you know, a big open sandbox. Do what you do and enjoy the game. And that's really all that matters. So I'm still traveling around here. I'm going pretty slow because I'm kind of talking here. And I'm trying to focus on two things at once, which on the live stream I do too. But on this one, I'm trying not to die because I am recording this for YouTube, and it would look silly if I died here and didn't get to some form of mass to explain kind of how I slither. So still looking at the points, you can see that top 10, some people are dropping. So now that number of maybe 14,000 is going a little bit lower. It's going to depend on what those guys are doing. Like, if that is a 14,000 player there, and he's traveling around, he's looking to wrap people, I probably am not going to be able to go for the circle until I'm around that person's size. Because he can get the wrap on me pretty fast. So I don't know if that person is, you know, woo! I died! No! No! I don't have the IP, so I can't get back on that same server, but we'll get into another one. Oh, look at that. Another top 10. About the same as the last one. Judging by this one, I would still look to circle around, you know, 14,000-ish, and I would lock in that circle, and I would keep on circling, get my mass over time, because like I said, the smaller slithers have such an easier time taking you out, just because of the fact that they can turn way faster than you the larger you get. And they have a major upper hand against you the larger you get. Now, when you're circling, you know, some say you do have to worry heavily about the larger slithers, but even that, honestly, the larger slithers should always kind of be the least of your worries. Even when you're just traveling around like this, I really should not get, I'm at 489 right now in mass, and I should always be able to see ahead of time before someone wraps me and everything, because I'm always trying to respond to what the other slithers are doing before they get the chance to do any of what they want to do. If I see someone coming towards me, I'm going to try and turn. If I see anything happening, I'm going to try and maneuver. Earlier, where I just died before, I just went into a silly scenario there. It was kind of stupid. I shouldn't have been there in the first place. But a lot of it is kind of feeling it out, feeling how you feel in different scenarios, feeling what you did in the scenario, how it, you know, how it kind of worked out, and kind of just getting that mental muscle memory in a way to kind of see, like, all right, this is what I want to do, this is what I need to do in this scenario, and this is how to kind of deal with it. Now, I notice here, I'm over here to the north of the middle, and it looks like, yep, this guy is circling. We've got a circler here, Mr. Master OV over there. I've seen the name many times. I've heard that he does some YouTube stuff, and that is awesome. I think I've watched a couple of videos, and they were kind of cool and interesting. I definitely am going to be looking into more for sure in the future. But, so I see this guy is circling. Now, this changes up my plan drastically. Now, normally I would be wanting to do the circle by the time that kind of that, like, I'm in range of that top 4 slot there. So, like, in this one, you got 16,000, 16,000, 15,000, 13,000. So around, like, 15,000, I would be looking to do my own solo circle. Now, seeing that this guy 32,000, he's already circling, all I need to do is get to around 10,000, maybe even less, and just circle and connect my circle to the outside of his circle. So I'll always be coming in like this, connect the circle. I'm a little bit smaller now, so it's going to shrink up a lot. And then I'm going to enact the circle, and then just keep on going around the circle. Now, when you're larger, your circle kind of shrinks up a lot slower, so it'll stay connected to the outside of that wall. And you're now, instead of being maybe 8,000, 10,000, you're now 32,000 plus yours. There's no way you're ever going to be wrapped. So the early game of actually kind of having a little bit of a worry that people might wrap you kind of gets thrown out the window, because you're getting the added safety of connecting to that other player's circle. And it's going to be hard for him to kind of expand out. He's not going to want to do it to expand out to kind of get you into a circle. Usually the person who's doing a circle is a very patient and kind of peaceful player. Not trying to say that's how I am, but kind of a little bit. But, you know, if someone's circling, they're in the game for the long haul. That person's going to be playing for hours. If they can keep it up, they're going to be playing for hours. The videos you saw of mine that were at 200,000, 300,000, and on the live stream, the amount of times I've gotten to 100,000, 200,000, still haven't broken 300,000, crossing fingers one day. They take hours because you're waiting for the mass to come to you. You're not going out and chasing down a slither and trying to do all this stuff to take people out to get the mass. Oh, look at this guy trying to wrap me up. See, you can see the wrap coming. I'm talking, I'm looking at the camera, and I can even see it in the corner of my eye, like, what is this gigantic mass that's starting to make, like, a horseshoe shape around me here? You know, like, let me get out of that scenario, and just use your mass, do the boost, get out of there, you know, but like I was saying before, you know, it's a long game to circle. The mass has to come to you. People have to die near your circle. Most of the time, you're actually just eating the orbage that's just around, that's you're kind of circling over, and people are spawning inside of you. That they're going to bring a little bit of mass. Woo, that was close. This guy really? No! He wants to wrap me. I got killed by that guy. And now that guy gets wrapped up. And cause stupidly... man. So silly. You know, but... So circling is a long haul, but use that player, circle next to him, get that safety, don't get wrapped up. As you can see, people do go around, that's how they like to play, that's how they enjoy playing, and it's a worthwhile way to go. It's a little more dangerous because they're going to get larger and larger and larger, and then they're turning slower, and they're trying to kill people, and they're trying to take out smaller slithers, and doing all this stuff, and eventually in time, they're going to get caught out by either a small slither, by lag, by so many different things that next thing you know, they're not going to be playing too much longer, you know? So there's good sides and bad sides to everything. If you're doing the circling, you have to be ready to be playing for hours. If you're doing the wrapping, you get the chance to get the mass fast. You get that mass so fast, because if you're taking out slithers, you're getting a couple thousand here, you get another couple thousand there, maybe you're getting 10,000, you're getting good amounts like here and there, not really like 10,000. Very rarely do I find that you could take out like even a medium-sized slither and get like 10,000, but you'll get, you know, a couple thousand, a good amount off of that wrap. But if you are the wrapping type of slither, the opposite, the anti-circler, the one downside is you've got to wrap fast. So let's see if I can get this guy in a wrap. Okay, I got him in a wrap, he just died so fast. Let's see if I can get someone here in a wrap. And nope, he's just gonna want to die. Golly, would you guys let me wrap you? Now, alright, I'll just explain it since I can't get anybody to wrap right now. When you're wrapping someone, like, let's see if Nick will let me wrap him. Nope, Nick is savvy to the plan here. Oop, we got K. Nope, he's just gonna die. Golly, let's change the meta. When you're a wrapping style of slither, people are just gonna go into your walls. I'm already at 2100 just from doing this in this short range right here. See, I'm learning things live in this YouTube video. Things I didn't know before. But, you know, if you are wrapping, the one downside, so I'll display it here like normal. when you're wrapping and someone's going to hover the outside of your inner wall, well, the inside of your wall, you're shrinking yourself. So let's say you're at 4,000 in mass or something, and you're trying to shrink someone up. You're getting smaller and smaller. You need to do one of two things. You need to either get that person wrapped fast and killed fast, like kind of how those slithers were just dying now, or you need to extend outwards while you're doing your wrap. So let's say you got someone wrapped and you're about this size, right? What you're going to have to do is expand out of nowhere like that. Your inner circle's still not going to get canceled. You can keep your inner circle and keep expanding out, and that inner circle is going to keep on shrinking on its own, like you see there. And you're going to make sure that by expanding out, you're going to still keep your mass high and large, so that no one is going to be able to really come in and wrap you out of nowhere. Because that is danger when you're wrapping, is you're making yourself now smaller than you actually are, and making yourself more susceptible to that wrap of another player. So it's got its hardships. It's definitely not the easiest thing to do to play that way. But if you're the circler, kind of the main thing you need to worry about is all the small slithers jumping in and just being able to have the stamina and ability to do that and hold on to the mouse and not take breaks for a very, very long time. The 300K video that I have on the YouTube is... that took me, what, I think it was like 4.5 hours to get up to that score of just sitting there doing that circle for all of that time, pretty much. It really takes a lot. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do in and of itself, just because of what you're having to do and the stamina and everything that you need to be able to do that, and just the mental stamina in a way of doing that to be able to kind of do the same thing over and over again and keep your focus so that you're keeping an eye out at all time for the small slithers that are kind of out there that kind of just want to take you out and, you know, eat up all your mess and all the craziness that happens from there and everything. You know, so everything in the game has its hardships. Everything has its upsides. If you're circling, you have safety from not getting wrapped. And you have danger of small slithers. If you're a rapper, if you like going around rapping people, you have the danger of making your area much smaller as you're trying to rap. And at the same time, you do have danger of the small slithers, but a little bit more so you're spending a lot of time rapping, and in those periods, you're going to have danger of those small slithers. And if you get used to traveling around, doing your diagonals, and doing things that make it a little bit easier to survive, like I've been doing on a live stream where I've been doing the infinity boost, as I call it, where you kind of get to, like, I'm at 3,700 right now, and you just continuously boost. You just roll with the boost and travel around the map. You get a chance to travel a lot faster, keep your eye out for everything that's going on, and you run into scenarios where you will get, like, a cloud of orbage here and there that's going to boost you up a couple thousand, and you can kind of keep on boosting infinitely if you could kind of pull it off, but it is a little bit more dangerous, but it is a lot of fun. I definitely recommend doing that. But, you know, kind of that's really kind of how I slither. I go for the circle. I go for the peaceful way, the safe way, the secure way, unless, you know, I feel like on the live stream I don't have the time to really get a circle locked in. And then I do this. This is the infinity boost. Just running around the map. I'm still at 3,600 in mass right now. And I kind of just keep on boosting. And then when I run into some good mass, I get the mass. Woo, that was close right there. And I rock with that. You know, so hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully maybe it's going to give you some ideas from some ways to practice how to play. You know, just keep on playing, keep practicing, and get more used to just traveling around the world of Slither and just kind of becoming one with the traveling of the world of Slither, getting used to kind of what people do, how they do it, how they maneuver, and getting used to dealing with the scenarios and kind of responding early rather than later. At this point, I'm at 6,000, and I'm going to end the video here. I'm doing the infinity boost. I haven't died yet, so I'm going to end on a high note and call it a day there. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel and become a Fealty gamer, hit the subscribe button. If you want to watch Slither live on the stream, come by the stream, hit follow. If I'm not, doing Slither on that day, just throw it out there. When you playing Slither, and I'll let you know when we're playing Slither next. And yeah, hope you have a good day. Share this video too if you want to share it with your friends, because maybe they're not doing too good in Slither, or maybe they're really good at Slither and they might have some advice for me. If you have some advice for me, throw it in the comment section. All that stuff. I hope you enjoy the video. Y'all have a good day. Laters!